welcome to the Solano College Sports Network for a brand new edition of On Campus. I'm Cameron Harrison, here with a very special guest, member of the Solano Falcons baseball team, pitcher Jackson Dinsdale. Thank you, Jackson, for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
So, take us through your journey of when you got into baseball, how you started playing, and if there were any other sports you played growing up.
Yeah, so, I kind of just grew up, on sports. My dad was, played sports when he was younger, so I kind of just, that's the only way I knew, being active.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball-wise, I just, grew up being a big Giants fan. I always went to baseball games, so, and it kind of just happened for me. I kind of just really loved baseball right out the gate. I played football. I really liked football.
Mm-hmm.
I wrestled for about 8 years. Really liked wrestling. It just took up too much time.
Mm.
But baseball is just, I just love baseball over anything, so, yeah.
So what about baseball specifically intrigued you so much over these other sports like football or wrestling?
To me, it was more of a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of just, when I was playing baseball, even if I was better at football, it's just, I felt like I loved it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
When I played football, I was like, yeah, I like it, but I don't get the same feeling when I play baseball, so.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So you went to Vacaville High School.
Yeah.
What was your experience like there? Did you play football and baseball there?
I just played baseball. I ran cross country my freshman and sophomore year just to do something else while I wasn't in season.
Right.
I kind of had a different route for high school baseball than anyone else. My freshman year, I was actually cut.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I stayed in baseball during that time, trained, ended up making the JV team my sophomore year, and then my junior year is when they introduced JV to juniors for Vacaville High School. And they put me on JV because the team was just so stacked, and they said, you can play on varsity, but you're not going to pitch that much, or you can go JV and go that route. So I went that route, and it worked really well for me. I just dominated there. And then when I was a senior, it was worked out at that point. So.
Right, I saw that because I looked on Max Preps and saw that you were on JV as a junior.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not from around the area, but I've heard enough that Vacaville is a big hotspot for producing baseball talent, football talent. They've been really good, so that makes sense that they're usually loaded with a lot of good players. So were you always a pitcher growing up? What drew you into pitching specifically?
I kind of just played everywhere, third base, first base. I caught a lot, played outfield, pitched. But I think I was always just excelled at pitching. And personally, I like pitching the best. I don't know. I just think I'm really good at it compared to other positions. And when I got to high school, it was kind of those hitters were so good that I wasn't going to be hitting in that lineup.
Right.
And I was better at pitching, so they just kind of made me a pitcher only there.
So that was more of your route, basically.
Yeah,
to get
exactly.
On the field.
Yeah.
Okay. Similar to me, I couldn't hit, so that's sort of why I decided to pitch. But so what were your options coming out of high school? Did you have any other with the COVID senior year? Obviously, it was cut short, so wasn't able to really put yourself on the map. Also being a junior on JV.
Yeah, exactly.
So. What were your options coming out of your senior year?
Yeah, so I had a few NAIs, Menlo College. I really liked Menlo. I visited. I liked it a lot, but it was just financially was out of reach for me. I had a NAI in Kansas. They're actually a top 25 NAI. I just wasn't interested in going that far right out of high school. So I kind of ended up just going the JUCO route. And ended up at Los Medanos College my first 2 years. Stover contacted me out of high school, but I was already kind of committed to going to LMC, and I couldn't come visit here because of COVID. So I made that decision ultimately to go to LMC.
So what was it like, your time at LMC the last couple of years? You redshirted your first year, but it was a sort of exhibition games with COVID.
Yeah.
So talk to me a little bit about how it was at LMC.
It was hard for me. I was commuting there 45 minutes every day from Vacaville, paying toll. It was tough. I was kind of just grinding, trying to find a way in to get there. They're a really good program.
Right.
I don't have regrets going there, but it was just ultimately not the best fit for me. I found out after last year. So
what brought you to Solano this year for your sophomore season?
Yeah, so I had talked to Stover out of high school, so I kind of had that in the back of my head last year. One of my good friends plays here, Josh Patrill.
Yep.
So he kind of was the determining factor of me coming here too, because I was like, well, that's like my best friend, and I already know kind of what's going on over here. So I think I have a good shot of getting reps, and so yeah, I kind of made that decision.
Good on Josh.
Yeah.
So how has your experience so far been with the team this year? I think you guys are 8-11 right now. A little up and down, but overall not awful. Still ranked, I think like third in the conference right now. Definitely some potential to make a push here. What are your thoughts on how the team has been? Maybe the vibes in this year.
I mean, I think like our team chemistry is really good. I've never really played with a team with such good chemistry. Like I came here like first day not knowing anyone, and they're all like brothers to me now. So I really love that aspect of it, and I think like our record doesn't really show how good we are. A lot of the mental mistakes we make really like kind of are a downfall, but I think this is a really good team, and I'm proud to be on it. So
that's awesome. Yeah, from the games I've seen so far, that you guys definitely look really good this year, and I would agree. I don't think the record shows quite yet how great you guys are. So what are your personal goals for the rest of this year, or some things you want to improve on here in your last year?
Yeah, I mean, personally, just lately I've kind of been, when I have been pitching, I've had some rough patches. Like Shasta, I had a rough outing. It's just leaving pitches too much over the plate. So I kind of got to get a little nitpicky with my command and try and really dot up the corners. But I think I'm working on that, and it's going well. So, yeah, I think that's all my goal is. So, yeah.
What does it look like to sort of correct that and sort of work on that in practice or on your own in your own time?
Yeah, for me, like mechanically, my arm was I had a late arm action, so I've just been trying to quicken up my delivery a little bit, so I'm getting like more downhill, and like in turn that's giving me a little bit more velocity, so that's helped a lot.
Right.
And it just helps with my command, and honestly makes my body feel a lot better. So
that's good. So this is your last year at Solano. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? What does your future look like after your time here at Solano?
I mean,
that's a big question.
Yeah,
but
like it's hard to answer because for me, I don't like looking in the future too much. I used to, but like for me now, I kind of just take it day by day.
Right.
Because I don't really know where I'm gonna be next year. If I do play baseball somewhere, I would love to. But if I don't get that opportunity, then I got to figure out something else. I would like to say that I'm still doing something around sports. Because of my major, I would like to be like a sports agent, go into sports management, something like that. But if that doesn't happen, then maybe, I don't know, go to a like EMT school, something like that, try to work in fire, but figure that out along the way, I guess.
So if you had a dream, a goal, it would be to continue in baseball.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Where would that be? What would that look like?
I mean, personally, I would love to take baseball as far as I can. Like, if I can go to a 4-year and then excel at a 4-year, if I can get drafted, unsigned, or play independent baseball,
right?
I would love to do that. So that would be a dream for sure.
Awesome. Well, I wish you the best of luck in your baseball journey and for the team and the rest of this season for you. That's all the time we have here on the Solano College Sports Network here on campus. My name is Cameron Anderson here with Jackson Dinsdale, and we'll catch you next time here on the Solano College Sports Network.